What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. And today I'm going to be walking you through the Momentum Odds platform. And something to know about Momentum Odds is this is pro sports betting intelligence right here. And what it gives, it's free live arbitrage and sharp analysis. And on top of that, it's compiled of over 60 plus sports books from across the world combined to give market analysis and consensus. So let's walk through it. So we're going to go right here. We're going to sign up. All right, so now we're signed in, right? And I am on the Pro Max tier, so I have access to the Sharp heat map. And what the Sharp heat map is it is a consensus tool that tracks sports betting movement across a market. So what I like to think of sports betting as is a market, because there are multiple books and each book places their own lines individually. So if you can combine all of that information together and display it on one tool, it would be the Sharp board. So each one of these updates displays a sharp signal taking place, okay? Sometimes signals can be moderate, sometimes they can be high, and sometimes they can even be extreme. And so when those signals happen, they get displayed on the Sharp board, and then you get the update as well as action to be placed on it. Something to know about the Sharp board is that these signals change constantly and they tick back and forth constantly. When you have enough of those across multiple books, it starts delivering that consensus that, okay, a majority of people placing a lot of money on these particular bets are doing it across multiple books. We can infer consensus analysis on that. And that's what these signals are trying to provide. And now if you're on the free tier, you have access to these signals also, but in a much more different way. And in fact, these are connected to these Sharp cards. So each of these cards represents the signal itself. All right, and also you can filter your sports books right down here at your arbitrage dashboard. Each of these games represents you tracking them for arbitrage. And as you can see right here, William Hill in DraftKings displays a 7% arbitrage on Zach LaVine, 2.5 assists. And these arbitrage opportunities appear a lot and across multiple sports. There you can see a hockey one. And the way it's designed is that the closer a game is, the more intense a game is, it'll start detecting them faster. So right now it's at a polling rate of about a minute to 2 minutes because these games are scheduled. As game time gets closer, it gets down to 15 seconds. And then once the game gets closer in the fourth quarter, it goes to 5-second polling time. And here's an example of some nuclear signals. And these are signals that are being placed when multiple books consolidate into moving a certain way on a pick. So right here we can see the under on the Sacramento Kings and Boston Celtics game. A lot of books saw a movement in that. And that's information you can take consolidated with the Sharp signals, and you can determine which game you're interested in making your picks on. But it's all about having that information, because that information is extremely valuable in a sense that whenever you're placing picks, you want to know if you're getting the best pick, and you want to know how you can get the most out of that pick. So it's just all about understanding what you're placing, your money on. All right, so I want to explain to you why Momentum Odds is better than the alternatives like OddsJam or any of these other websites. And the main reason why is pricing, okay? And if you look at these other services, take OddsJam for example, you're going to be paying upwards of $200 a month for live arbitrage, essentially. And that is just way too expensive in today's day and age, especially considering if you are good at live arbitrage and you're good at arbing and you're hitting these plays, you're going to get rate limited very quickly. And so you want to maximize your profit, and you can do that with the Momentum Odds free tier. you're able to track 3 games a day with free live arbitrage, and you're able to get sharp signals. And if you're willing to pay $5 a month, that's it, $5 a month, you have complete access to unlimited live arbitrage. I'm talking player props, main lines, and everything. Not to mention the new features that are being rolled out. Right now, I just released 2 new features, Momentum Pitch and Momentum Run. And what Momentum Pitch does is combine all of the momentum for a live basketball game and determine the volatility. And what you can do with that information is a higher a game's volatility is, a higher their pitch is, the more likely you're going to see arbitrage opportunities for that game. That gives you an advantage for setting up your arbitrage system and your personal dashboard to execute on these plays. And Momentum Run also does the same thing, but in the context of what team is going on a run. If you're seeing a team coming from behind going on a run, you might want to consider some main line arbitrage plays. And more often than not, they're going to be displayed on the dashboard. So yeah, that's why I think Momentum Odds is definitely the best move right now if you're going into professional sports betting. And if you are trying to hit live arbitrage plays without breaking the bank. So please hit a like if you enjoy. Share to anyone that is interested in live arbing. And please let me know what you think, whether it's Discord, X, Reddit, wherever you see me at. Hit me up. Give me some information on how I can improve the system. But, yep, catch you guys later.